All right. Well, you're saying yes, so what? I'll tell you what that's about. Above me is the ceiling fan that's working. And then over there, closer to the kitchen, is another ceiling fan that doesn't work. That one had a broken metal thing to it that held the blade on. So I removed two blades. So it had two blades that would balance each other out. And it worked for a while. And then all of a sudden one day the fans were going and I see a little lightning bolt go zzz, and then they both stopped. I'm like, oh crap. Electricity. I don't deal with electricity. My dad was an electric engineer and I know how dangerous it is. So I don't mess with it. But when it came on one day, I pulled the little cord to make sure that was off and it won't spin anymore. But this one I left so that if the electric wires are jiving, that it runs. That it's running. And now the furnace is not running, but this is running, making it freaking cold in here. The furnace decided to stop running yesterday. The very top temperature with a space heater shining right on me was about 60 degrees in here. And that's just right here. The rest of the house is colder. So I've got a space heater shining right on me, and in my room I've got a down comforter and a heating pad and a little tiny space heater in there, which is keeping it bearable. Otherwise my nose gets really cold and my hands get ice cold and it's just miserable. I'm tired of all of this. I am tired of not having a car that things work on it, like the door, being able to open the door and the window and the air conditioning. I live here in Missouri and it gets stinking hot and humid in the summer and I don't have air conditioning in the car. And the house here, the furnace has been out since yesterday. And in the summer, the air conditioner must not have enough Freon or something because it stopped working. And it gets really, really hot and humid here. It's really hard to get anything done when you are very uncomfortable. Too cold or too hot. It's really hard to get something done. And I had several anxiety attacks today, and I had to go pay my phone bill at AT&T store. And I asked the guy who opened, they had so many people in there with their little tablets to wait on you and open the door for you and everything. And the guy said, it probably won't do any good, but I've been trying for months and months and months to pay my bill online, and it won't let me. It doesn't recognize me. And he said, well, have you tried this? Yeah. Have you tried that? Yeah. He said, well, you got your phone on you? I said, it's a landline. In other words, it's old-fashioned people like me and maybe your grandma have a phone that's connected to the house. It's not portable. The only portableness to my phone that I have is the unit is on the wall, but this part is cordless. I did have a corded phone here, but this comes in really handy because Richard always would call me when I'm cooking in the kitchen and the cord doesn't stretch that far. Yeah. So I've got a fan going, no heat, and I don't know if something's wonky with the gas or not. So far I have hot water, but the hot water heater holds so many gallons. So maybe if I don't have gas and I took a shower, that would deplete all the hot water. Or if I run the dishwasher, that would deplete all the hot water. I don't know that yet. Oh. Why can't they get to a level that you can manage and they stay that way? An occasional up and down. But, you know, is that asking too much? Probably. Wah, wah, wah. The world's smallest violin playing for me. It's not really a pity party, it's exasperation. Yeah, bummer city. Well, I paid the AT&T bill, and I went to Walmart, which I hate going there because I hate making the Waltons any richer than they are. I'll show you what I got. When I was talking to Brian on the phone, he makes several days of breakfasts, and he makes something in the microwave. He was heating up some lasagna in the microwave, and he was complaining about how it spatters all over, even if he tries to cover it with a paper towel. So I thought, okay. So I got him one of these covers that you put over the plate. So if it spatters, this is the only thing that gets dirty, not your microwave, because it's kind of a pain in the butt getting up in there and cleaning the microwave. So this is what I got him. I'll probably send it off tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, Valentine's Day, Whoop Whoop Wednesday. And I'm going to make a joke for you. Thursday, I go to a lecture about how princes were raised during the Renaissance, or Renaissance. And Friday, I do a 2-hour study for the psych student at WashU, and I get $30 for it. And Saturday, auditions. And I still have not heard back from the people doing the auditions. So I asked someone else, one other of my theater friends that goes out for the same things I do. I said, have you heard back? And she said, no. But I plan to go at 10 o'clock in the morning and just be there. And I said, sounds like a plan to me. I'll see you there. She said, oh, cool, you ought to try for Madame Arcadi. Man, you'd be a real hoot. I wasn't going to. I wanted as least lines as possible. Madame Arcadi is kind of an involved part in Blithe Spirit, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Life's getting kind of difficult. And also, I got this in the mail. Notice 10-day demand, individual income from the Missouri Department of Revenue. Tells me that I owed them $86. Anyone that's watched me for a while remembers that rant. And now they've added interest and additional tax, etc., etc. It's now $93.17. So I tried calling them, but they weren't open. Their hours, they'd already closed. So I'm going to have to try to call them tomorrow and find out what the hell's going on. I could have sworn. I know I complained about the $86. And they told me there were forms that I didn't fill out and turn in. And I know I went to extra trouble to get those forms, fill them out, and send them in. Maybe I should dig through here and find out when I did that. This pile of papers. So, it's always these little bits and pieces of crap. It's like you're standing along the street and there's a puddle of dirty water. Someone drives by and you get a little bit on your sock. And you're not the happiest of people having a little schmutz on your sock. But it's not as bad as if 5 people come by and splash it up all over you. You know, that's when you go, ah! That's kind of how life is, and that's what's been happening. I've got a lot of schmutz that I have to deal with. Yeah. Tomorrow's Whoop Whoop Wednesday. I will have a joke for you. Till then, upward and onward.